100, 1 million. Love your son. Always here for you. You know that. And your brother. He's the same. He's my another stepson. So both these are there. I love these all the world and all the support you've given us over the last few years, being Emma. Yeah, and all the other people. Johnny Jump, another fantastic lad. Bull's one of Bull's best friends. Always been there. Gilly's hello, son. Another good lad. Don't forget to press the like don't forget to push the like buttons or smash them, punch them, crack them, bang them. Bo, I've got good news. Funny news anyway. Funny news. I've got some more funny news. I just make songs out of fucking anything, don't I? Done with Eli all day long. Eli's daddy's baby used to be scrappy years ago. And they love all that love dogs, you know, when you're bouncing, you know, this last week or so. I've had no meds for over a week. So I put in to get them on Thursday. So what I do is I put in like 3-4 days before. So then I know they're going to be there. You know, I'm not. So I've had none now for 8 days. So we went back down on Friday, ordered them again. So we had them on the 27th, 28th, 29th. Went on Saturday. Oh, he forgot to fill the repeat thing in the description. Fucking hell, I said, I've had no meds. No disrespect you, love. It's not your fault, but really, that's his job. How can you forget to sign people's prescription? This is happening every other month. She said, it's not right. Anyway, it's today. But I'll get them today, then just leave it then. So, waited again. Come on today. I went on about, I'll leave it about 3 o'clock. And then it'll be definitely be in. Everybody phoned 2 o'clock, which I didn't know. And he said, oh, yeah, they're going to be in the next hour or so. I phoned at 4. Oh, she's gone home. The doctor said, wait a minute, it was a man the other day. Now it's a woman. So, no, I love the NHS, not the whole world, you know, but you've got to get things right, haven't you, especially in that job. Especially if somebody's gone down like 6, 7, 8 times, 8 days in a row and still not coming up with the goods. If I did that with the ecstasy years ago, I got the sack. Got no E on Friday night, got no on Saturday. I might have some next week. Can you put an order in for next week? Oh, say Mac, are you, son? Another son. His daughter's lovely kid. He daren't cause trouble. All they have to do is phone his daughter. She's on to him. If he gets up there, she'll phone me and tell me. I've told her. Told my phone, Uncle Brian and Emma. And he knows what I'm like. Anthony Lunn. Blue moon that got me standing alone without a heart of my own. See Max. Andy W. Evening, Emma and Bry. Paul Cresswell, another great lad. Big Papa Robinson. Catching you up, Papa. Come on. But tell you what, watch Papa. Have a watch of Arnold when he goes back to when he's a kid, how he started off and all the stuff. I've seen some of them before, but they've made a massive, I think it's in about 3 hours, 4 hours. It's brilliant. You'd have to watch it. It's on Netflix. Arnold goes back to when he first started. He had fucking some physique, didn't he? 20-year-old stood there on stage winning the genetics, definitely genetics. But not just genetics, the mindset. His mindset's unbelievable. I had that same mindset. I've still got that same mindset. Oh, you'll never train again. Get that out your head because you're not going to be able to train again. I said, no, you get that shit out your head. I will train again. But you might not be able to walk. This is only 50-50 chance that you're going to walk. It might just help you a bit. You're never going to be able to train again. Oh, fuck you. No, my head, kept saying that. Fuck you. Then I got up out of the bed. They went, what are you doing? You can't get out of bed after operating. Anyway, I said, you said I'd never walk again. I knew I could, and Jesus said I could. So I proved you wrong now. Now I'll go back to bed. I'll go to sleep now. So I wouldn't be in my bed. My subconscious going, you can't walk. So I've done it now, even though it was only 3 or 4 little steps. It took me about fucking hour to walk 4 steps. All that took me about 40 minutes just to get my legs over the bed. They tell biting the sheets like that and pulling sheets off me, biting the sheets over me like that. Couldn't move my hands, couldn't move my legs. I was just like rolling like that. And he fell out the fucking bed. They were going, don't. Other people in the same ward as me, in the spinal ward. No, you can't. I said, no, just be quiet. Don't be fucking gassing me up. And then I got out the bed and he went, do you need hands? I said, yeah, get a hand to get out. And he helped me out the bed. He was from Darlington. And he was in, he said, I'm in agony with a slip disc. and a bulging disc. You've had 6 vertebrae replaced and 2 titanium rods. So I was telling him, and nuts and screws and bolts. And all right. I don't know you. I don't know you. haven't passed out. I haven't been able to move. He said, I'd be crying my eyes out. I said, I feel like crying, but if you cry, Amelia just went back to school. Oh, God bless her. Tell her I love her all the world. Dead proud of her. Really proud of her. That's what you need to do. School, all you kids out there, you've got to learn. That's what Harold did. He went to college and everything and became one of the greatest people that ever lived. Well, definitely the best bodybuilder. I'm not saying he's the best physique of all time, but definitely the best bodybuilder for the upbringing he had and the way he was at, and he had to fight for every single thing. You know, he never got food like me as a kid. You got fed when we were kids. Mum and Dad couldn't have, they didn't afford the food. They didn't have, it was like a family of, there's 5 brothers and sisters, so there's like 7 of us in a family, so it was hard, you know, to feed, and there was no work. My dad was working 2 days a week in a factory. That's why I say there's no embarrassment working in a factory, because people had to do it. Just to let you know, Chemical Boyle started his first job today. He was seen going into the factory, all the shit he's not in a factory, it's all lies. Shirley, stop telling pork pies, piggy eyes, more pies. You just can't stop lying. He was seen going in his first day's work today, started today. The other week he was there getting showed around the factory. So what they've had to do, I've told them to stash the chemicals out the way because you'll be into them. You don't mind if I take a bit of anthrax home? You don't mind if I take a bit of sulfuric acid home to experiment with? Imagine putting him in a fucking factory, yeah. 20 on, what's going on here? Well, I'll tell you what, I won't stand Steve Mac, I'll tell your daughter at your house. She'll sort his right out. I'll try and get up tonight and I know with time. Got yeah, you're okay, son. Don't worry. There's no rush out. Yeah, Gang 1. Well, that's that fucking. I haven't even looked at that. Gang 1. That'll be Divvy fucking. That's that Divvy. That's that Divvy. Have you took him off already? You've just sussed him out already. You know when it's something pathetic name. You know it's Smack Rat. It's the Smack Rat in the house. It's the Smack Rat in the house. It's the Smack Rat. Fucking hell. He just can't stop, can he? Andy W. How do freedom? Freedom! Cumbrian Truth. Hello. I think that's another fucking Cumbrian Truth. I don't know that one. I've heard that name. I don't know if that's it. I don't know. The usual knows, though. Irish Bull. No one ever. Take Irish Bull off. No one. Nancy Trolls. Nancy Trolls. What's that for? I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah, he's a fucking Nancy Troll. You know, like someone who dressed up women's clothes. We won't say his name, so I don't want to get struck. Oh, you haven't got me struck off, have you? Because I've been calling you Elvis, and I've been calling you Johnny Cash, and I've been calling you everything else. You can't do fuck all, you fucking moron. You big fat balloon. You big balloon. Big balloon to work in a circus. Go up in the air and go Humpty Lump down.
Get him off.
Oh, I thought it was
Cumbrian Truth.
I thought it was the wrong one. I thought it was a baddie.
Hell.
Is that it with the one
That's
tooth?
one that's tortured me. Do you know
Is that you with the one tooth who had no fucking
that's Narrative Destroyer.
Oh,
Cumbrian Truth is the one that thought I was humble dryer and all that last year and called all that trouble. Someone take Cumbrian Truth off, please.
Yeah, get off your fucking rat. Come and meet me, rat face. Rat head. If you got the fucking ass, you shit house. I knew it was the fucking wrong one. I thought you, Irish Bull, I thought you'd have been on there. I thought you'd have been onto that one. I'm telling you. Fucking spark him with one fucking slap, the silly cunt. I remember who he is now, that daft little cunt. I remember now, out the window shouting at people.
Kept wanting to speak to you and kept saying, no, it's not him with the one tooth.
No, not him. I was out looking out the windows before with other people at his house.
Yeah, and then he said to you, well, what was it?
Emma's a baddie and all that, and you talk to me, Brian. I know what you're on. I'll fucking knock your teeth.
And he kept saying,
you will have one fucking tooth for me. You fucking skip rat, Cumbrian Truth. Yeah, I'll come to your house for you if you want. Anywhere you want, you little fucking skip rat, scruffy tramp. Getting like bull me, Anna. Not around with him too long. Getting fit. You see what it is? Me fucking power's coming back. Me movement. Look at me neck and everything now. Come on, you fucking. I'll give you Cumbrian Truth. I'll eat you that fucking ad. You won't get over a week. 113 on 24. Thumbs up. Andy W. Johnny Job. Come on, Johnny. Johnson, good evening, mate. Lee Canwell from Redcar. Hiya, Lee, son. Lived there myself. I lived up the lakes next to my Uncle Frank and Tam and John. the McGiverins, the Moyers, they're my cousins. I lived in just near Rosebery Square with my nana. I lived in 54 Dolby Close. I lived in the gym, where the gym was down the town, just on the West Dyke Road. I used to live there. And I used to go to the gym there. It's a chapel gym, little tiny gym. We all used to train in there. I used to work at the race course. It's the only, I think, I'm not sure if it's the only one, but it's a mile long Redcar race course. And when we used to work the doors, it was a fucking nightmare because it'd be like, say, a bus coach from, say, York with 50 fucking two lads on. So you're on the door with like 3, 5, 5, 6 you on the door. There'd be 50 lads coming to try and get it, you know what I mean? But sometimes there'd be nice people, you could tell. And then, but what you usually get in a gang of like, say, 50, you'll get 1 or 2 gobshites, and you'll get 1 or 2. You'll get 2 good fighters, and you'll get 2 or 3 decent white fighters. You get somebody who can't fight sleep, but I'll have a fight you every day of the week. But then you get a gobshite who couldn't fight sleep, but he's got a bit of brains. And he's usually the leader of them. He's the one who fucking stabs you or something, one of them type. So they'll follow him because they're scared of him, even though they can fight him. He'll shoot you or stab you. So he's the gobshite. So what you do, you can just knock him straight out, then you knock the best fighter out. And then the stud, you know, like the old cowboy films where they see them to shoot the chief, take the chief down or cut the head off the snake. The others are like, well, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? I'm going to fucking close. So you always, there's the gobshite will be in the middle. The top fighter will be left or right, whatever side is it. And you think, right hand him, left out that cunt there. And you've got the little gobshite and then pull him towards you and then pick him up like that and fucking rag him around and throw him on the floor and all the others and then usually fuck off. But if you let them in, you're fucked because then they've got bottles, they've got fucking, you never let them in the door. That's the hardest thing. Stop them at the door. Stop them there. Stop right there. I want to roll right now. Yeah, just you stop them at the door, they can't get in, then it's hard for them to infiltrate. Fucking got a rash there. Look at that. I've got a shave there, but now I'm going face all blotchy. Brand new shavers, that's what it is. Cut my face, fuck. Been in the sun as well, burnt to a crisp. Burnt to a crisp. Yeah, so Hardberg, I've just seen me. Hugh Hardberg, he's a good lad. Jonathan Carlin, fantastic lad. All right there, pals. I'm Faye. I'm come up, Greg. No bother. I do all of them. I'll fight any man in the country. I'll fight any man in the country. Used to do that. Travellers don't know, fucking rip the t-shirt. I'll fight any man in the country. We've got a few mates of mine. It's the first thing to do. I say, how many fucking t-shirts are you going to rip, yo? Every time I get the t-shirt, I'll rip my t-shirt in half and I'll fight you. Fucking crackers, man. One was offering me out, and then the next day, one of my friends, he's a good lad, brilliant coach, and he was like trying to have a fight with me. The next day, Tom Pett said to him, "You're only offering Brian Cockerill. You're fucking joking. You're fucking joking." I wasn't. He said, "Yeah, you were jumping around saying you're the white Marvin Hagel at the Brian Cockerill." He went, "Fuck off." He said, "No." So I went up there, dead angry looking. Where's this fucking scumbag? I knew you could hear me because I was in the pub and they were all saying, wind them up like that. Because Duffy used to do all that. Duffy loved all that, wind them up. Where's this fucking scum? Want to fight me, the Marvin Hagler? You daft cunt. Come on, I'm the Mike Tyson of fucking the heavyweight. No, like messing about like that, going in, all the lads are like fuck behind him. I didn't mean it. And then they're going like, come on, get outside. You've been wanting to fight me. And put that dead on, like screaming and shout, put a floor show on the number, and go like that to fight and go, come on, you daft cunt, what are you messing about? And Terry used to do it. We used to do having a bit of frisk. A bit of frisk to call it. Travellers. A bit of fun. Hit wrong button. Ha. Steve Mack. Ooh. Hangman. Oh, that's Billy PV. The Bull. Big Billy What P. Bull. Steve Mack. Weird City. Are you son? You all right? Positive vibes. You've sneaked in there in the back door. Get in there. Yeah, them stupid things like gang or like the other fucking stupid things. I'm not being funny or not, Brian, but it says in the Bible, thou shalt not swear. I said, well, go. It doesn't say it in my fucking Bible. It said the Bible was written for 300 years. It took to write the Bible. Written up, 300 or 400 scholars did it. So that took from 300 years to write the Bible. Don't you think it's changed now? But in the 21st century, Christians aren't the fucking same as they were. There's not still fucking doing the same, curing people with the same fucking medicine that they do. Don't look at your leg now to on such and such. You go and get an MRI. So it's come forward. So people change. So Christians have changed. They don't still fucking just stone people to death. Well, they might do in some country, but they don't do in this country. So Thou shall not fucking tell. Thou shall not steal, Jamie and Shirley. That's what she put on, trying to belittle me. You would make a saint swear use fuckers, the both of you. But that's me. I just talk the way I am. From the council estate, that's how we talk. Whenever, actually, I'll come over there and I'll biff you on the nose, old boy. Leave this nightclub alone. Go on, you ruffians. I'm off with you, you bag of bones. Go on, off with you. You talk like that on the door, work, and you get fucking filled in. They think, what a fucking divvy you are, and just fucking get into you. You've got to move now, they'll fucking smash your face in, you bastard. You've got to be vicious. You've got to show your teeth like a dog. If a dog was looking at you like that, well, the tail between its legs, you wouldn't do nothing. But it went, showed its teeth and growled at you, you'd fucking shit yourself. And that's the difference. Sometimes you've got to put a bit of a floor show on when you're fighting on a dog, just to give them they growl at them, show your teeth out, things. So then it stops them fighting because they think, fuck that, it's going to start in a minute. You can tell you can have a go, and they just go. But you do get nights where you have fucking nightmares where you're fighting 50, 60 people on them coaches where they've come on a 52-seater, and it's all lads on the coach, as you know. And they say drinking all fucking day, and then they get to Leo's and they're about 9 o'clock and they're mortal drunk because they've been out since 10 in the morning. They're drinking 6 packs all over, well, fucking 24 packs on the bus there, drinking all the way there, drinking all the way over all the pubs they're at, and then on the night time, the nightclubs and that. It's a fucking nightmare sometimes with them. But I get on with people, and you get on with people, but then you always get that night where you've got the drunk up. See you. Scottish are the fucking worst for it. They're the worst in the world. See you, see me, see you, me and you like that, pal. I mean you. You're like, fuck off, you're getting on my nerves. Like fucking Rob saying this, but see me, you, pal. How could have beat you? How could have beat you, 5 years ago? You couldn't have beat me fucking 30 years ago when I was 5 or something, you silly cunt. Never had a fight. He's like, how could have beat you, big fella? I could have a wee fight, son. Proper minging drunk Scottish, the fucking nightmares. They're always fucking, I could have beat you and all that. I could have beat you, man. I could have been this. I could have been that fucking shit. They're fucking mad. Oh, you don't let him slip. Oh, Brian, it's for you. I say, you fucking bastards, because they come for me all the time because I was some Scottish, obviously. And he'd come and see me. Oh, fuck him. He was lovely, sober, drunk, nightmare. Fucking nightmare. Cause it. Like that daft cunt, chemical fucking boil. Imagine putting him in a chemical fucking factory. For fuck's sake. This shows the standards have gone down. Chemical bio. Hey, Shelly, can we get out of that? Fucking hell. No, that was it. So I tell you, so I got a text this morning. I can't use my phone on here. It makes a noise. So I've remembered. People say, I don't remember. Can you remember? Do you remember that? Remember me? Did you remember in English? But round here, they'll go, remember. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They all say that, don't they? You work in the courtroom, you've got to change your vocabulary when you're a judge. You go, you know what I mean? I went to there and he done this, and the judge said, what the fuck's he on about? You sound like because they're posh fuckers. So we sound alien to them. So you've got to up your vocabulary, you've got to change the way you think and talk when you're in the courtroom. But yes. So he's working in a factory desk, started his first day today. So don't pretend you're not in there because you've been seen today by 4 different people that I know, and I know the lad who has the other factory just round the road. You've been seen over there. So you've been seen, you've been found already. You're a fucking idiot. Pretending you live in Newcastle. You're a fucking moron. You, pal, did say hi when first seen you laugh out loud. What's it? Big Papa ain't it? Is that you? Weird City. See that? It's about on here tonight, huh? So that wasn't you earlier on today. Was that somebody else pretending to be? I mean, that fucking idiot, wasn't it? We know it's that fucking moron. Work in the factory. Fucking bellboy. 126 watching, yeah, and only 20 fucking thumbs. Only 126 watching. 120 odd trolls. Yeah, just a fucking crank there. You just lock them off. It's divvies. Divvy Doyle. Jamie Doyle, the Doyle. Oh, that's what he said. He talks about himself. That bloke who's an author, I think he would beat you in a fight. When he gets you, he's going to slap you like the bitch you are. But we know that's you, don't we? Fucking chemical boil. sniffing fucking anthrax out the factory. All the chemicals will go missing out the factory. They'll be bankrupt in a month. They're pinching them out the factory. Pure fucking tea leaf here, pure thief. Have you told them you've been have you told the faction you've been to jail for burgling people's houses? Because your wife's come out with it. I mean, have you told them that you're a drug addict? Have you told the factory that you're on spirits and chemicals every day of the week, and they can test that in your blood? Because if you don't give them a blood test, then you get the sack. So have you told them that you're on heroin and crack and coke and ecstasy and fucking anything? All that, sorry, but this is not me making this up to the Cleveland police. He says that on the video. I smoke crack and weed. So if you smoke crack and weed, how can you be looking after a 15-year-old child? Surely you're abusing that child if he's 15 and you're in the house and you're taking crack and weed in front of your son because he's in the house with you, she's out working. So how can that child be living with you when you're a drug addict, an alcoholic? That's a red flag straight away. Social services should be getting involved in that. Graham McCorbett, light blue church paper, and piss off. Light blue church paper and piss off. So what he said, the bus driver said today, he said he was on the bus on Sunday. Now that makes sense. If he sent today and knew it was a rouge, no, impotent to be up there. So he was on the bus Sunday. He stunk of sweat. Not sweat, did he call it? So BO, nothing BO, no. Yeah, I think he said stunk of sweat and he stunk of piss. And he said he was on the bus, that was it. He come on with a carrier bag. Or two carrier, I didn't say two carrier. He come on with a bus with a carrier bags full of books. Well, no, I'm a famous author. Look, he said, we don't get many famous authors. He said, I wound him up. I said, we don't get many famous authors who fall asleep on the bus, but I never said who pissed himself. So he was laughing with me. He said, if you look at my page, you'll see it. I don't know if it's gone off now. I think it's still on the channel. You send me the YouTube stuff. When you watch these and you comment, he's on there. So the bloke said, he was on there bragging he's a famous author on the bus. So you think about it, guys. Think about it. It's his best day at work today, so he's took the books to work. He showed them on the morning on the bus. So he's gone up from there. He's gone to work. He's been in the factory going, look at that, I'm an author. Do you want to buy a book? Do you want to buy a book? That's what he's been doing. The fucking crank. So he's grassed himself up because he can't shut up. Everyone knows you're not an author. Your wife does. When you go write a book, your wife writes the book. You don't write the books. So you're not an author. You've dictaphoned people and your wife's done it. And then Rob Bretton's printed them. And you've spent all the money. That's where all the money's gone. You've lost your house. You've lost everything. And you went in a factory now. You were on $2,000 a month, $2.5, $3,000 a month. You're on nothing now. You haven't even got a house. Your house has been took off you. It's on the market now. It's been sold. It's not sold. It's up. So you've got no way. You're not allowed back in Teesside. So what was that? Was it worth it? All that shit you done? You'll never write another book again. He's on about writing the Brian Clough book. He's never going to write Brian Clough's book. My Uncle Frank knows because he played for Man United. My Uncle Frank, he knows his sons and he knows his grandson. So I know that, and I know Tony Mowbray. Al Frank used to play football with Tony Mowbray, but he was at Redcar, and he was to play for Middlesbrough at the time. So he knows all them footballers. He knows them all, fucking top footballers, because he played for Manchester United in the youth team from 14 to about 16, 17. He was in there. Then he went to Middlesbrough for 2 years. So he knows these footballers. He goes to the do. You're allowed to go every year. You can take 2 guests with you. Me and a lad called Tony the Head from Mass come with us, and I went with Al Frank. We went down there. We stayed in the what was it suite called? I can't think his name now. That was a real friend of the story. What was he called? Was it that one? I can't remember his fucking name now. The Dutch one. What was he called? The Dutch player for Man U. Van Persie suite, I think it was. We stayed in. Yeah, so it was good. Went down to see went to Man U. We seen Alex Stepney, the goalkeeper. I've got the thing upstairs. I'll bring it down next time I come down. But like the program you get a program. It cost us, I think it was 20 quid to get in. But it was like when they were doing it was all about helping people, mental health illnesses. I think it made about £5,000 charities, and the footballers went. And there was like Arthur Albiston, who played for Ireland. He played for, I think, number 3 fullback. He was there, and he said to me, "I think you're fucking on." You told me he was big, so he jumped on the table. The big, massive table was about 8 or 10 or 12 on a table, and the both stood at the table. I'm still fucking up here. I'm up to their shoulders still. Because Al Frank's about 5'6", I think, and Arthur Albiston's about 5'2". Great player. But Frank's best friend was a lad called Sammy McElroy played for Ireland, captained Ireland, and played for Manchester United for a long time. Really good friends. So he was, when his first wife, my Uncle Frank, was his best man. They used to go out drinking together. I was sat at the table with another lad. I think he was called Drew, and he was best friends with Frank. So the three of them as kids used to go along, knock around together at the football. And they had Tommy Duckett, not Tommy Duckett, what do you call him? His name. He was there with Tommy Duckett. He was there in 77 when they won the FA Cup. He didn't play in the big team, just in the youth team. But he was there with George Best. He used to go drink with George Best. Who else we met? I think his name now. I think his name. Bald-headed, what do you call him? Fucking hell's made for Friday now. I remember the old Man United players here. I'm fucking useless. Joe Jordan, he was there. He was good. He just passed away, I think, Joe Jordan not long ago. Lee Bone, Steve Mark, shit. Graham McCormack, gas, stinking of. Piss you wrong, and yeah, that's what he stinks of. He pisses himself. His wife says to me, she said he pissed up my back 2 or 3 times a week. And then she says, sometimes I'll come home when he's been out all night and he'll be on a settee and I'll just leave him so I can go to bed and get a good sleep. Not getting pissed up my back. But yellow piss up my back. Piss, she gets about 8 showers a week with the yellow piss going up my back. I don't get probably. I think it's quite funny. Everything's fucking funny here. She's fucking mental. Totally deranged. She's fucking huge, she is. Oh, it's huge. Fucking never stops eating. Paul Duckworth, evening all. And what else? Timmy B. Hello, son. Hiya, Salty John. I love stuff like the Highman Gangsters, Stocks. Jim McCormack, Hugh Adberg, he's Scottish lad. Did it still punched from, I can't say that. Still being punished from the prison riots. Don't know, mate, about that one. Remember the riots in Strange Ways? A lad from Liverpool went on the roof. They killed an nonce, threw him off the thing, didn't they? And fucking killed him in there. He was in jail. Me, Paul, they called him. He ended up being really bad, but he could have a fucking fight. And a lot of lads from when we were in Durham, Scouse lad, big fucking lad, about 16 stone, but really fit at the time. And there was a lot of lads from Whitley Bay were going to jump, and about 20 of them, you're not fucking doing that. So we used to box, it used to be one bag, you'd have a bag, and then you'd have the weights and that, and then you could skip and stuff. So they're all going to wait and jump. They went, nah, not my watch. Fuck that, 20 to 1, lad, fuck off. And I said, stand with me, Paul. I said, stand with me now. Look about, I went, now then, if you want to fucking go on, he went, now then. The Scouser kid come with me. And he offered them out with me, and then the fucking asses went in the gym. The screw come, and I said, no, it's going on, boss, you know what I mean? And later on, they come up and apologise to me because I used to work with, I was on D-Wing, because I was the best fighter in the fucking jail there. They put me on D-Wing, which is a remand wing. So in the remand wing, you get extra 20 quid for you to spend, and you've got your own clothes to wear on the wing and that. So they put me on there. Mr. Mack, he used to live in next door to Speedy, great screw, and he let me go up play a pole. Me, Monkey Line, another great lad. He was very, very good friends. Monkey Line, he was the best man for Paul. You know, the Manchester, we call him Paul Massey, very good friends with him. I had one of my best friends in jail with Paul Massey, and he was telling stories to Paul Massey about me. I never got to meet Paul, but I met his brother, Eddie Massey. He was in Haverick with me, and we were there watching the football because he supported Man U. I supported Man United. I got on with them, lot from Salford, good lads. Got on with everyone, mate, everywhere I go, I got on with people. Irish, you've been fishing lately. Oh, don't be going fucking fishing, especially with our fucking their box. A boy will be straight on the phone to the fucking guard. Got some pull him in. He phoned the fucking police here to phone the police over there. Ireland. They hate the Irish. Fucking hate the English place because the pieces of fucking piss. And they've even went to his house twice in one day for that fucking piece of fucking smackhead, crackhead, junkie fucking smack rat. Pure junkie smack rat. I'll get the police on you. I'm getting the police. Then he went home and somebody else chased him. Then he was saying these IRA lads were after him. They all come to his house. Then he said, when they come, he ran through the house, but it was fucking travellers who come. Nobody with guns. There was no guns in the house. It's all laid up. They went because he owed the money, And later on, he was in a pub and he got knocked out. The kid was 16, 17-year-old, knocked him out unconscious. He owed them £500 for drugs. And that's why the reason why he left Stoke, so he had to fuck off because they were all after him. I think 4 times they went to his house, smashed it up. And he was chased by about 10 or 12 people in a space of 3 months. So the cops went and said, look, your life's in danger. So he shit himself. So he said, I'm staying at home and all that shit. The next minute, he's running through the house, shouting, help, help. So he ran up the stairs, barricaded himself in the house. And I went over because I know the girl lives across the road. They're more in danger now because they're not there now. And she said, he was shouting out the window, help, help, somebody help me. So they're going to kill me, shouting out the window. But he left his son downstairs in the in the dining room, the living room, and the kitchen dining room they've got. He ran through there, ran up the stairs, got the fucking chairs. Not the chairs, sorry. He got the bed, pushed the bed against the door, put his back against the windows, where the window is, on the floor, put his feet on the bed and pushed himself there and barricaded the door and phoned the guard, or the police, what do you call them? Sorry. Phoned the police and the police come out. So we had 2 carfuls of police outside. And the girl across the road said they were out there for one full day. 2 of them were there. And the next day, the other one went after. I think it was a Sunday night. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They went Tuesday. So they sat outside his house for 3 fucking days. Just on his word. Because you're a snitch. That's why. My wife phoned the police after what happened to my house. 999. Fucking normal woman's allowed to phone the police. Like, Shirley's allowed to phone the police. Well, you are, Shirley, yeah, 100%. But you're coming on with this shit saying, you shouldn't bully people's wives and you shouldn't bully people. And you're the biggest bullies and the biggest trolls. Ebenezer Greensplat is you, Shirley. And that what secrets is you, Shirley. Right? It's you're both of them, because they're only about me, Dougie Joyce. You put another couple of people in to try and throw the, what's the word? So the smoke goes the other way type of thing. So you try to throw them off the scent, that's it. So you try to throw them off the scent by, you only had me and Dougie Joyce in, because Dougie teamed up with me and said, look, how you doing, big fella? I'm always here if you need, I can fucking back you up. And I said the same to him. Brilliant. So more fucking lads, from down Manchester way. But I knew quite a lot anyway. Like I said, in jail, and they've all phoned me from Bradford and Birmingham and fucking all over the country. People phoned Doncaster, like Papa's people, all his friends are all travellers and that been on the phone. Hundreds of people. You haven't got no one. All you've got is Shirley, pissy back. Shirley with a pissy back. So you now walking about with books that you've printed. Well, these are the last of the stock. So what them books she's got now, guys, is the ones where they've took them off the shelves. So he's walking around with carrier bags on buses, trying to sell them on buses and fucking. I'm only surmising this, but I know exactly what he's like, because when we used to go out, he'd say, can I put a few books in the car case when he wanted to buy them? Or if we go to like a do, he'd say, I'll take your books to the do. He'd never give us a penny off his books. He'd never give me a penny, not a shilling. He never ever once put any petrol in the car. About 150 times to give him lifts. Picking him up, taking him shopping, taking his wife shopping. He never once put a penny in the car, not even 5 pence, not even 1 pence. He's what you call a greedy bastard, because he looks like this. Every tenner is a strip of them diazepam. We call them diazepam charge sheets, because you take them on the night and they intoxicate you. Probably take 2 of them tablets, probably on like 6 pints, and you have 2 pints with the tablets. If you get 20 tablets or 30 like he does, he'll take 10 tablets in one go. And like an hour later, take another 10, an hour later, another 10. So you'll have 30 of them and 2 or 3 bottles of spirits. His liver and kidneys must be fucked. He's there to explode with a massive heart attack or a brain tumour, or he's going to get a fucking a stroke. That's what's going to happen to him. You can see it, or he'll overdose. He's already overdosed twice. He overdosed right in front of his son. Kid was screaming at him on the floor, just crying his eyes out. Saturday morning it was. And she phoned us and told us all about it. She said, I never seen the video. She showed them it, but she's got a video where he's on the floor, choking, foaming at the mouth. And the kid's crying, you're going to die in them blue things. People are dying. It's all in the newspapers everywhere. People are dying. That friends at school that are taking them down. You need to stop taking. So he said, right, I'll stop taking them. So he stopped taking for a week. The week later, it was his birthday. He went back on them again. He's on the floor again, but not dying, but like collapsing because he took that much. I'm entitled to fucking have it. I work 7 days a week. I'm entitled to do what I want. This is my house. It's my fucking rules. No, like a pure bully. So the kid was getting shouted at and everything. So she fucked off and left him for a few weeks. Went to her mum's. But she videoed him the first time and showed the family. And that's why the dad of the his stepdaughters were not allowed to come back to their house, because he kept taking drugs in front of the kids. And he's still doing it now. Why ain't Cleveland Police doing something about it? I'm telling you, why aren't you doing something about it? Why don't you go and test him? See if I'm making it up. He's taking drugs in front of a 15-year-old child. Why is he not getting? Why is that kid? Yeah, as if the piss stain cunt outran me. Ha ha. Yeah, that's see why he outran you, right? I'll tell you why he outran you. That's called pure fucking fear. That's pure fear, mate. Absolute fear. That's him running for his life, shite himself. Well, me, I'd rather say fucking well, then you'd have cunt fucking fight 1-1. No matter who it is, there's 40 people. I'd rather say I'd have a fight instead of run away. I'd rather get beat up than like thingy. So he hasn't got that heart. He hasn't got that. But the fear. How the fuck could he outrun Stay? And see, he's like a fucking athlete compared to him. You know what I mean? And fucking destroy. I'm glad he outrun you because if you would have hit him, we'd have been sat here. You wouldn't have been here, mate. And your daughter would be fucking probably. She would be in care because me and Emma would fucking make sure that 100% she wouldn't be. We'd make sure she was okay. But you would have been locked up for a long time, mate. You would have because you'd have seriously hurt the cunt. Especially the things you were saying about your family members, a dirty, horrible, fucking disgusting, vile bastard he is. But the thing is, as soon as you go to have a fight with him, he's on the phone to his police friends. This is what he's been doing. I know we go on about like this thing, and people, oh, I'm sick of being here. No, we're not sick of it because we want to keep exposing this bastard, what he did to Marty Turner, or what he did to fucking me and Emma, threatened to rape my wife and bum me and kill my dog, and poison my dog. He's a fucking sick cunt. I'm going to throw you some nice sausages up with some lovely ingredients in for Eli. I'm going to like poison Eli. He's one twisted fuck. She has to go around the garden every night and check everywhere before Eli goes out, just in case he does. But I tell you what, if he did, that'd be the end of your cunt. I'd wipe your whole lot of you out. The whole lot of you I'd wipe out. I wouldn't give a fuck if I went to jail for life. I'd do life, willingly do life, you fat cunt. That fat fuck you live with. She is one vile fat fuck. She's phoning people. She did it with Carol Edwards. God bless Carol, because Carol wouldn't give them stories about Lee. So what did they do? She contacted Carol's friend from school. I don't know if she found it. Obviously, me and Carol think, and Emma thinks she's used a database computers, which is against the law. So she's found Carol's friends through, like you have websites for friends on from different schools. Hey, it's me, Carol. I haven't seen you for ages. I don't know exact words. And Carol said, I am. And then whatever the name was, Carol said, how would she know this? And how would she know it? So Carol threw us something like, just for instance, oh, can you remember such and such? Oh, yeah, I remember that day, Brad. I went to your line. She said, hello, Mrs. Boyle. I know it's you. You trapped in and straight away it come off. Then she did another one. Emma did one where she was caught still saying something about me. And Emma went to her, I know it's you, Shirley. She went, it's not me. It's that thick. Instead of thinking, it's not me, she put, it's not me, Shirley. But how can you put it's not me if she say it was somebody called Tracy Smith? She went, no, it's not Shirley, it's me, Tracy. You wouldn't say it's not me. You only said it's not you because you've been off your head. You're off your head because when I went up at Christmas time, you were sniffing coke, weren't you, with him? I was drugs in front of the kid as well. So you would take it that day, and you went, he's making me take coke. I said, how can anyone make you take coke? What is he doing? Fucking shoving the tube up your nose. Or putting a bike pump, bust it up your nose. What?
Carol's just saying that's what happened to my friend Carla. They were talking to her friends as if they were.
Yeah, that's what I've said. Yeah. Trying to pretend to be Carol. Yeah, that's the way around. Well, I got it slightly wrong. So they pretend to be Carol to the friends of Carol's friends. Sorry, I got it slightly wrong way around. So I was close, but I knew she'd done something. I knew they'd done something to Carol like that. So I was sorry if I'm off there, Carol. I knew she contacted you saying she was friends, and I know something to do with school friends. Trying to pretend that Carol, she was pretending to be Carol's friend. Sorry, she was saying to Carol's friends. Sorry, I got it mixed up. She was saying to Carol's friends, I'm Carol Edwards. I haven't seen you since school or whatever. I'm pretending to be friends. Pretending to be Carol to these two girls. And it wasn't Carol, it was fucking Shirley pretending to be Carol. I've got it right now. Jonathan. Great lad. Yeah, that happened to my friends, Carla, taking my friends months as they were thinking to talk to me. Fucking months, doing to it for months. What a fucking scumbag, eh? Doing to my friends months as they thought they would talk to me. So she's been pretending. It's like me pretending to be, I don't know, fucking D-Mac's fucking cousin or something. Hey, it's me, Tommy, you're all right? And you go, hey, yeah, and blah, blah. For months. Imagine all that time and energy to do that, just to try and find something out, just to find anything out, to try and troll people. That's how sick this woman is. She works for the Sitting Advice Bureau in Middlesbrough. So anyone working there with this woman, you need to fucking look at these computers and check them out. Because she's used these computers before to find people's data and see where people live. She even found a young lad who was on heroin. They found him. He went round him. He was in the park. He said, "Is anyone there? Make a phone call to someone for me." He said, "I'll give you a 20 bag or whatever of heroin." And I said, "I'll do it." So the lad done it and left the message. And we've still got the message. And he's on about wanting to rape member and all this. Anyway, we recorded him because we didn't know how to do it. Somebody should come round, shows how to do it. And you push the button and record him like off a dictaphone. So he came on the next issue, she spoke to him. Anyway, he left his own number. So we put his number on the internet. It went all over. Thousands of people contacted you daft cunt. Fighters from this area who can have a fight, real tough lads. So I'm going to smash your fucking face in you, because it sounds like it was like from Teesside. It was a Teesside accent. So we're going to smash your face, we're going to track you, I'm going to back you. So he went, "Look, I'm sorry. It was Jamie Doyle. He made me do it. He gave me drugs to." He said, "Why did you do it?" He said, he paid me. "What do you mean he paid you?" He said, "He gave me money and drugs to do it." So he got this kid to do it. So anyway, the kid did it. So it was about 2 months. Anyway, about 2 weeks later, he phoned us up and said, "Look, I'm such and such." The lad's name. He said, "I'm the one who did it. I'm really sorry. And can you forgive me?" And I said, "Listen, I'm just over the moon you've come on here. And of course I'll forgive you." I said, "Just don't do it against him because he's really evil, twisted." He said, "What to do?" He said, "He's already asked me again to do it." And he said, "Well, so I won't do it, I promise you." About another 2 or 3 days later, he phoned back again, said, "Jamie's come round and said, if I don't threaten you to burn your house down." What did I threaten to burn my house down this time? He said, "If I don't threaten to burn your house down," he said, "he's going to get Shirley, because his wife's a legal secretary." This is where it all started, this shit about the legal secretary. "I'm going to get Shirley to find you. She's already she said she's a legal secretary and she's in contact with the dole. She's going to get your money stopped." So she came on the phone to the kid from the Sitting Advice Bureau and started saying, "Oh, I work, I'm a legal in the place where all the phones go and everything." And he really thought she was a legal secretary. And "I'm going to report you to the dole if you don't threaten to burn his house down," and threaten them. That was there. That was his own wife doing that. And her own fucking family down there. I don't know how her own family can believe what people are not saying about them. There's thousands of people admit what they've done. Did it with poor Dale Brendan 9. Threatened to rape his dog. Bummy's dog and Bummy's dad, who was 77-year-old. And because he wouldn't do what he wanted him to do with the book. It's always with books, but the thing is now you're fucked now. Because Brendan's fucked you off. Brendan's give you a load of books that are no good, obsolete, they're called. No one wants your books. What they've done is, the judge said they'll sell them at one price. It'll just go down and down and down until there's none left. And that's what's happened. This is me. I don't know about you guys. You probably got, I'm quite sharp as a tack. I think he's going around with the books and trying to sell them because they've given them back Amazon. You can't buy the books on Amazon no more. There's none left. They've all been taken down. So he's fucking ruined. That's why he's got a job working in the factory. "I've got a job in a factory. I've got a job." Fucking chemical boil. Can you remember Chemical Alley years ago in the war? When the war was on Iraq and everything. Anyway, we've shot down 53 airplanes. We've killed 43 English. We've shot down 15 jumping American flying pilots. We blew up all the air. We blew up these. It's all fucking lies. Chemical Alley, Chemical Boil, the biggest fucking liar walking. Everything he said was a lie. He used to come on TV like propaganda means, like making shit up about things to make it look good. So instead of like saying we had a Scud missile and we hit a plane, half of the engine fell out and the parachute out, the British, and we got them. He would change it from that to like we shot down 53 planes. We killed 66 British pilots. Fucking shite. You remember it years ago. Fucking, it was hilarious. Chemical Alley, Chemical Boil. Exposed by name Carl Walker, mate. Those Citizens Advice Bureau, all a lot of access for. Mate, yeah, they do, mate. They've got a database. It's the same social workers. They're the exact same. They can go in there. It's called Nemesis. It's called Nemesis. They're all linked together, and they can go in there and they can push the button and they can ask for anything. Like people, it's like when they pull you over now and say you work. What they do, the coppers now, they'll pull you. They'll have a fucking somebody in the back of the van or the car. Somebody will grass you going to work. and they'll stop you on the motorway and say, "Where you going?" And you'll go, like, the police will pull you over. "I'm just going to work." So you think you go to work to the place, and the bloke comes out. He's from the door. From the door, and he pulls you out. "Where are you going to work?" You claim door. So they've got somebody, and he's admitted it because he's on camera with the copper on the body cam thing, and that's what they're doing. They're stopping people on the motorways. So grassing cunts like him, grassing people all the door. He's grassed me up to the door, but I don't claim door. Never claimed door in my life. So I went back. I phoned the woman up first. And I went, "Honest, I've never claimed door in my life in the system. I've never seen anything on here. Anywhere in the country, you're not on. You'd be on here if you claimed door." I said, "Well, I told them what happened, that and what it was. My care worker and everything. I do work. I do pay my taxes, and I pay my taxes on here for this. But you've got nothing to worry about." She said, "You're not on any benefits or anything." So she said, "I wouldn't worry about it." She said, "You always get malicious people." I said, "I told them it was about the books and that." And they said, "Oh, we won't get any. You won't get any more phone calls of us. We know it's now malicious." So he tried even that, and he tried to do it with my brother. My brother does get paid, but he's got his own flat and everything. And he does get paid because he's an invalid. He's got fucking autism. He struggles, and I'm his care worker. So try to grass us up and get us done by the door, but it didn't work, did it, Mrs. Boyle? Didn't work, did it, Mrs. Fatty Pie Face? BKB, hiya, pal. English ball. Lee Frotch. I remember was it Carl Frotch? He was a boxer, wasn't he? Carl Frotch. He was a good boxer, that Carl Frotch. I think he was fucking great. It was a Cobra, I think he was called. Fucking brilliant boxer. Dead white, skinned him. Brilliant fucking boxer, him. Really fucking tough lad. I think from Sheffield, I think, if I'm right. With Johnny Nelson's gym, wasn't it? And what's the one? I liked him, Carl Brock. I like him as well. He was a good boxer. More strong heart, really big, strong heart. He was good. The other Pakistani lad, but he just didn't have a chin. That Scottish lad not dropped him with a down. Nearly beat him, but he was great with all the armory. He haven't got a chin. Tommy Hearns was the same. Fucking and every attribute. That other one was great as well. The Scouse lad, the big tall one. Remember him? About 6'4", fucking 17 stone. So he got it on the fucking chin. He's gone. Got no legs. Got no chin. It's called equilibrium when you get in the chin. Ooh, that was a good shot, wasn't it? I'd knock him out with that daft little ding, just sat at the table, that'd knock you out. Ding dong. He's going to slap me all over. Can't even fucking slap a fucking lettuce. You're an idiot. Hey? Oh, he's just a divvy. Just forget about him. He's just an idiot. He didn't want to fight. He couldn't fight fucking Eli would beat him up. He wouldn't outrun Eli.
I might do a video calling him out to Steel City Gym, just like
he's been telling everyone, listen, win the draw. That's when lose the draw. They're all getting to learn now. I'll fight you. Let me think. Listen. You and your woman. I'll fight you, Jamie, and I'll fight Shirley. Let's get it on.
No, let me do Jamie as well.
No, I'll fight Shirley then. I'll fight Shirley then. Fucking slap me like a bitch. You're the fucking bitch. Your wife talks to you like shit, and you just do it yourself. Talks to you like a dog. You got me now. You have to go out and you have sex with the women. You have sex. You pay women for sex. That's what you do. You pay women for sex. Let's get it right. Ooh, Johnny Party put in the pie, kissed the girls, and made them cry. But when the boys came out to play, Jamie kissed them too because he's funny that way. Ooh, Jamie. He's a fucking weirdo, isn't he? Dressed up in his wife's fucking clothes. Called me Betty. Fucking weirdo. And she's probably dressed up as a bloke, won't you, with a big fucking thing you're on about. She'll be called Paul. He's called Betty. He's fucking weird, creepy, man. He said, if it's not a porno with a donkey with one leg and one-legged women having sex in it, I'm not into it. And we looked at him, me and Maniok, and thought, fucking weirdo. Me, Bobby, and
Carl Walker said, me versus Tim Foyle would be a fair fight.
Yeah. I think it's an unfair fight. You destroy him with one jab. I've taught her how to move her feet and her head. I've taught her how to throw the jab and the big, massive right hand over the top. She'd catch him. She'd outrun him. She's fit as fuck. Legs like that, solid, like a tank. She can run for fucking never seen anyone's fit as her. I tell you, she can run forever. She used to swim the Olympic swimming in a big pool in Billingham. She used to go there 3 or 4 times a week, fucking swimming. Fucking arms were like fucking full through the water. Legs like that, like woof, 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 like a fucking one of them black things. The size of her legs, solid. You tell she swam by the sides of her shoulders and that. She's so funny. She's got that big hefty laugh, hasn't she? She makes me laugh. When she laughs like a big bear, she's like laughing. She's always laughing. She's never done anything bad to anyone in her life. Yeah, you couldn't slap I like that one. That's a Scouser saying that, I think, innit? Couldn't slap the skin off. Couldn't knock the skin. I don't know. Couldn't knock the skin off a fucking pudding. That's it, innit? Yeah. Oh, he's a fucking divvy, mate. He's never had a fight in his life. Fucking Steve Mack. I thought he told me he had 3 fights. And he said, no, he had 3 fucking sparring sessions and he got fucking kicked out the fucking gyms. He went to John Dryden, the lovely man, John. I used to box there a few times with John. Really knowledgeable bloke. Pub the Welly. Me and John Black used to go in and Steve Coval. Used to spar with Steve Coval. Big lad, big lumber lad. And we used to go in there. And then I used to go to Ray Hood's at Lingdale. He was a lovely bloke. I think he died, used to take on the pads. He used to spar with big smart. He was about 6'5", about 16 stone. Like a proper sized boxer. I think a good, not like a power one like me. Fucking, I was like street fighter. He was a proper boxer. Really good. Quite a few fights he had. And then I used to train with John Black on the pads. I mean, we used to go to the park, the parks. The park, like on the daytime, we used to go to the parks and do like boxing there, and it was good. He used to train Lee Duffy, John Black, really good boxer, really knowledgeable. Little Frank Yaffet, and he fought in Madison Square Garden. He's fucking brilliant. He was only a lightweight. He was a strawweight or lightweight, but he was really good. He had 17 fights and won 17 fights in America. Really good. Yeah, from St. Helens he was from. But he was only little, and he was like say, that fucking like a double hit type thing they've got. It's a snap, it's a punch, you throw your punch, boom, that snap. It's not all about the power, it's the way you throw the punch, and you've got to generate that weight through it. But you do that, you've got that naturally. It's like Tyson, he's got natural. You could train somebody at 1,000 fucking years and they couldn't get it, it's just you're born with it. Looks like grot bags, yeah. That's what she looks like. These fucking white grot bags. She is one fucking ugly thing. She is. Her hair's like an orangutan. Oh, orangutan. Sorry, the orangutan insulting you. She's got hair like an orangutan. She's as white as a fucking. She's as white as a piece of fucking. I don't know. She's as white as a fucking piece of newspaper. She sat there, she's like that, pretending to be all posh and that. Yes, and all that fucking shit because she works for the Sitting Vice Bureau. But underneath, you can hear fucking screaming and swearing and everything. And we come to the door a few times, the windows have been open, the voice on her, screaming at him and all that. Because you've spent all the fucking money you get on drugs. We've got nothing left. Me and James been in the house 3 days with no food in the house. You've spent everything again. All you think about is yourself. I'm going to my mum's. I've had enough of you. And she'd fuck off. And he'd do it deliberately so she'd go so he can go and see. We wouldn't want you pay. You know what for. And when you get off the train, does anyone know where the rent boys live? Did anyone know where the rent boys are? Sorry. And you were in the gay clubs down there drinking double brandies when you're supposed to be on the streets of London, homeless, making money for autistic charity for Paul Venice's son, and you didn't do it. And his kids have got I think the kids got autism and something else. And you went down there calling me a fucking spacker. It's on my YouTube channel now. You can see it. Leave a comment on there, guys. I'll fight you, win, lose or draw, all that shite. You can't fight, Jamie. You've never fight your life. You're a coward and you're a bully. What you did is you befriend yourself with big lads at school and you'd get the little 13-year-olds beat up because you were the same age as them and you'd lick their asses the 14, 15, 16-year-olds who could fight. You befriend lads.
Back on again tonight, right? Do us a favour. Give your head a wobble, right? You've accused us of going in helicopters and doing people's properties.
He's a fucking divvy. Right? I'm sure that was him because we were getting them before when we were up Broughton Way.
Retired police. Oh, they're absolute half-wits.
Oh,
total half-wits. He's the one that said we've done Stephen's house.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Uncle.
Fucking divvies. Well, what it is, that's him. That'll be him. That'll be him pretending to be somebody else. He's just a crank. It's that fat cunt. Listen, piggy eyes, more pies.
He spelled his name wrong as well. He spelled it as in the box around
Yeah.
calling him Lee Frock as his
Yeah,
address.
yeah. Cal Frock, isn't it? Cal Froch.
He said he's his brother.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking Tommy Ding Dong. What he's done is he's fucking had a couple of lines of fucking anthrax in the factory. He's been sniffing anthrax. See, he's that immune to drugs. He'll sniff anthrax and get a buzz off it, where others would drop dead if he sniffed it. He's now on the turpentine. He's on the meths. And he's selling books from. He's selling all the mate. He's fallen from selling books and Waterstones and what do you call it? Amazon Kindle and all them places to sell them in a carrier bag. Pissed out. Who said stinking of piss and stinking of sweat and stinking of BO on the bus and trying to sell the books. Trying to sell. Does anyone would buy 2 poo for the price of 1? 2 for the price of 1. Look at me £10. Your books. You're fucked. You're finished. You're on the going on the factory trying to sell books. What an embarrassment. And you've been found out where you're at. It's only a matter of time when you go down and tells them what you're doing and makes a phone call to the factory and tells them. You know, this man, have you seen what he's done to this man here? Calling people spackers. When people see that video, somebody puts that up in the factory, you fucking spacker, you retard, you fucking mong, you fucking dude. You are a mong, you, Brian. You are a fucking crippled retard in a wheelchair. Brian the mong. See, if anyone sees them videos, they'll go, fucking get him out of this factory now. Get him out of here now, because say there's 100 people in that factory, even 50, 60. Someone in that, one of them people have families in wheelchairs, and you're calling people spackers and retards and mongs, right? You're doing that where you can't handle it when we're just talking what you really are, complete junkie. You are a heroin addict. You're a compulsive heroin addict. I've seen you with it. You were on them thing called Subutex. You've been on them for like since you were 15-year-old. You've never had a day off heroin, you said to me. When you were, you did have 2 days off, you said. You were bad as a dog, and you got, that's when you started on them pre-gabs and gabapentin. You started on them, and you would get 380 for a month. And Charlie says he does the lot in, and within 10 days, you'll have like 30 a day, 30 tablets a day, every fucking day, or more, because you have 2 types, you see. And then he started getting them other ones called Subutex. I don't know what they meant, Subutex. So he asked the lad, he said, do you know them ones who were in jail? We were in jail, Chris Curry said to me, because obviously Chris didn't take them, so I didn't. But I remember the lads at the fence begging for little white tablets like that white, crushed them down, they sniffed them, but they're for like, to get you, they're not to get you off heroin, they're like a substitute, a substitute heroin. But my mate Dave said they're the worst things to have, the worst of methadone, because you can never get off them. He said, I know people have been on for 20 years or more, the worst than that. Ross Kemp. That's him again. Fucking that's him. He's just anything to do with that. There's no one else on. There's only him with his daft multiple fucking personality disorder. It's called it's MPD, multiple personality disorder, MPD. It's like, you know the Silence of the Lambs when he goes out and he's dressed like Buffalo Bill. He's trying to kill women size 14, 16 because he wants to wear the dress. Well, that's him. He's dressing up like Buffalo Bill in the Silence of the Lambs film. So he wants to be a woman because he wants to be a woman because that's what he didn't know. So he's dressing up and calling himself Betty. He's walking around with his wife's nightie on. He's walking around with his wife's pajamas on. He's walking around with his wife's like slippers and fairy slipper things I've got. Like, look fucking stupid. But he wants to be a woman. He really wants to be a woman because he's a weirdo. He's a fucking weirdo. Not normal people who do them things. So he's watching these films and fantasizing of being these characters. Then he wants to be Paul Sykes. So he becomes Paul Sykes. Then he'll dress up as the Joker and becomes the Joker and tries to pretend he's the Joker of Batman. And he said to little Raggy, Raggy's cousin battered him. That's the one who finished him. He's from Doggy. And that's why he hated Raggy, because Raggy's cousin, Ranger's his son, fucking punched him all over and stopped there to stop the fight. Steve Max said they had to pull. They had to get him up off the floor. He was unconscious nearly. And they said, look, you can never come back to the gym. You can't fight. And that was his last time he sparred. But all the other ones that Dennis Powers, he said the same. He can't fight. Martin Sarah said he's the worst boxer I've ever seen. Telling everyone he was in the ABA Championships. He's Walter Mitty, right? If he's going to check Walter Mitty, watch that film. It's in 1 minute. He's walking normal. Next minute he turns into a soldier, and you'll see him shoot. You look at these people and go, he starts shooting them all, kills all these people. Look, it's a fantasy in his head. The next minute he goes, "What are you doing?" He says, "Hello, is that sister? Is that the book company?" Yes, I'm coming to London. And we were pissed ourselves because it was him. As he's pretending to be a book author, Walter Mitty. He's going, yes, I'll be down London tomorrow. Yes, I've got the full script. I'll be there. There's no one on the phone. And there's people in the place where he works. Like, I think it's like a place where you do the books, you know, like tax or something. So they all think, oh, he's doing a book. And that's him, Walter Mitty. And then next minute he's a soldier, marching. So he pinched his own brother's uniform. That's why his brother fell out with him. He stole his own brother's army uniform and started marching on the town, pretending he was fucking got off his head full of drugs, pretending he'd done his 10-week basic training and become a paratrooper. And his brother fucking fell out with him. That's why his brother won't let him in the house. So that's another one who fell out with him. That was his nephew who told me that story. Yeah, he's just a complete fucking idiot. Yeah, he's just a fucking idiot, mate. You're all getting on. You all now know what he is, a fucking idiot. When you see some shit coming on, like it doesn't make sense, you'll know it's that smelly cunt. What's the like buttons, trolls? You smelly cunts. He doesn't smell that nice, mate. And she has to. She says to me, "I'm credit." She said, because when I'm at work, she only works. By the way, she only works twice a week for the City Advice Bureau, and that's why she got done off the dole for fiddling the dole, £15,000. She's throwing the dole on people and fiddling the dole at the same time. Fucking, how ironic! But everything's happened to her. So now she's been chased out of her own home. You haven't got nowhere to live, Shirley. You're living in a fucking shithole, like a fucking peasant, and you can't come back to Teesside. Whether you work it there, I don't know, but it's going to come out there because it's only a matter of time. Somebody goes in with videos and shows the videos to people who work there, your colleagues, and they'll say, well, fucking, have you seen your husband, what he's doing to people? Have you seen her, what he's doing? And you'll get the sack as well. That's what's going to happen to you. Because you're the biggest troll. You're worse than him because he can't use computers like me. You do it all for him. You're enabling him. If I went to do something, and here, Bull would tell you that. Or Steve Mack would say to me, don't do that, Brian, you get yourself in trouble. Or Bull would tell me, or I'd tell Steve, or I'd tell him, and would tell me, or Carol would tell me something like that, and would say, like, when I was going to smash his fucking teeth in one night, really, really going to give him it. And then I said, well, fuck, he's not worth going to jail for. He's offering me out to fight me, so you'll get there and just get you locked up. Well, that's what his plan's been all along. Yeah, I've never smoked in my life, you fucking dimwit. Never, ever smoked. That's hang on, maybe looks, yeah. Now, thick as mice, mince. Dazzler, we'd see the Dazzler. All we had, the pro trolls. They are nothing. Dibbies. So let's get back to him. Let's do with the voice. People want the voice. They love the voice. So we take the fucking piss out the little fat, greasy, horrible thing. Now listen to me. Brian, this is in the fucking snooker hall. Brian, he's off his fucking head. 2 bottles of two half pints of Bacardi, a full bottle of vodka, and about fucking 20 odd diazepam. We've got to do to be help, to make some money in that and fucking have a night out. In there, he's going, listen to me, Brian doesn't tell lies. For English, Brian doesn't tell lies. So why is Brian telling lies now, Jamie? Doesn't make sense. 3 years ago when you were doing the speech, Brian doesn't tell lies. This is on stage in Bishop in front of 200 people and all the crowd, maybe 300 people there. All the other people, the people in the pub as well, didn't get the pay. That's this side because they were playing snooker and pool. So we're in there, and you went, I'll just tell you this and tell you that. And they put, give him the mic. Give him the fucking mic. And they're all shouting, give Brian the mic. We want Brian. We'll get the mic. You know what to do, like kids in the fucking crowd. And he's going, oh, I'm just trying to show you who he is. We all fucking know Brian Cock. That's why we paid the money to see him, not you talk. Give him the fucking mic. You've been on 20 minutes, for fuck's sake. They're all screaming at the travellers coming. Get it, sit down, you scruffy cunt. They'll call him everything. So he had to sit down. I've never been so insulted. So Funny Grange over the church, they grabbed him, picked him up, and carried him in the corner away because he was going to get done in. Sat him down next to Bobby. So Bobby was sat next to him and he was drinking. He had the tablets in a little brown tablet back there, tub. And he was doing that with them, drinking the tablets and then drinking the bottles. Sorry, the Bacardi. And then he fell asleep like that. All his head was right the way back like this. And he fell asleep for about over an hour in all the crowd laughing, doing jokes about him. Saying, fucking hell, he's no good to back up. Was he boxer? What fucking boxing he done? Couldn't box eggs. They're all laughing like, fuck, everyone take the piss out of him. And then his wife saying, what's going on? Everyone's laughing. So when he went to London, he said, I'm going to, you smash my windows, Cockerill. You smash my windows. I'll fight you. Now listen to me. I'll fight you. Windows the door. Windows the door. 5'6" author. 5'6" author. 5'6", looking all over, paranoid to fucking death, full of crack. 5'6" author. I'll fight you. Steel City Gym. Sunday morning, 11 a.m. 5'6" author. 11 a.m. 5'6" author. Yeah, give us a thingy of that, Emma, for my hat. Give us a sheet of that, a big sheet for my hat. I'm just going to get this started. So I'll fight you 11 a.m. So Carol Edwards went down with Peter, which is the son. He never turned up. He hid. He come home and sneaked in the house and hid in the house. And that was the other time he barricaded himself in the house. She went, he's not in a good place. He's on about hanging himself.
Where's that?
It's out there, yeah. Not on the head. Is that on? There, look. Now, I'll fight you. 5'6" out there. Tinfoil. This is. I'll fight you. Windows the door, Marion. I'll fight you with 20-ounce gyms on. But if I wear this, you won't. You'll run like fuck. Hey, I wear that. Come on, now, fight with me to that. You fucking little smack rat. Windows the door. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot he is. Fucking idiot he is. Tinfoil. That there, he was frightened. He went to the police. What's he done to you, Brian? Brian Cockerill frightened me. He's frightened me. What's he? Has he got a gun like? No. He's got a knife. Again, for your son. No. What is it? Has he got a load of lads with him? No Irish lads? No. He's threatening me with the tinfoil and for your life officer. Please, I need help. Arm response. 10-9, 10-4, 10-4, arm response. All units. Tinfoil's out. Brian Cockerill's outside with a roll of tinfoil threatening him. All units, please. All the units are 10. Quickly. SCS, MI5, MI6, James Bond, the fucking lot. CIA. Please come attend to this address. He's there. Fucking hell. Tinfoil's coming. He's going to kill me with tinfoil. Please, officer, please. He's threatening me with tinfoil. So Cleveland Police have arrested me for calling him tinfoil because it gives him dual alarm and distress. And it gives him people laughing on you. It gives him dual alarm and distress. 10-4, all units. Man down. Tinfoil being used. Tinfoil. Roll of tinfoil. All units. Fucking hell. Tanks, please get the tanks. Get the Americans in. Come on. Fucking hell. He's fucking balmy. So I've been threatening him with a roll of tinfoil. And he said, so I said, what's that mean, like, officer? She went, well, that gives him fear, dual alarm and distress. So I've been arrested for that. That's why I'm on fucking bail. So I go to court and I go in the courtroom. The judge and say, I've been arrested for saying that, Your Honour. Couldn't even go in the shops and say, I was having to go in like this, look. You know, you see these people, they go in these porn shops and the old films in it and they have like a bag. So I'm having to get say I've got a bag like that. I'm like that. You know, like these people that go in, you get to go and like say get condoms and they're embarrassed, or they get like porno books, they're embarrassed and go, you haven't got one of them books, have you? Now I've got to go in Tesco's and go, you haven't got a roll of tinfoil, have you? Hold on. Get it in there, quickly, get in there. Okay, now I've got to hide the tinfoil to do my chicken on a Sunday because I wasn't allowed to say the word tinfoil. So I'm not allowed to go in Tesco's and say tin. No, you're not allowed to say it anywhere. So they said I wasn't allowed to say tinfoil. That's on me bail conditions, not to say that word, because it gives him dual alarm of distress and fear of his life. Fucking hell, I tell you what, I've been arrested for something, but that fucking takes the biscuit. I think it's fucking hell. So I'll fight. Win the jar. You can't fucking fight if you won't lose or draw. You're a fucking idiot. I tell you what, you don't have to talk some fucking shite, you do. I'm going to have you arrested by the authorities. So now it's the authorities, don't you mean the police? Trying to tidy you up nice. But that's you, Shirley, talking. That's not him. That's you. So what happens if I come to the house with her? What happens if I come to the house with her? I tell you what would fucking destroy her. What would happen, right? If I come, 6 steak pies, 6 fucking mince pies, 6 pork pies, 24 cakes, and 4 bottles of pop. She would sell you down the fucking river for the lot, she would. I'm coming, get in the car, go. She'd be fucking stuffing herself with all the pies in the Piggy Eyes more pie. She never stops eating your fucking. She eats more food in one day than the whole of fucking Africa. You tell you what, you could survive off her crumbs. The crumbs that she drops on the floor is ridiculous. Piggy Eyes more pie. She's never out the fucking. She's never got her feet out the what do you call it? The butchers, the pie shop, Shelly pie shop. 137 on, everyone's laughing like fuck. Loads of people have joined again because he's a fucking crank. She's now, I've been charged, not been charged, I've been on bail now for over 5.5 months for saying the word tinfoil, and I suppose I went to his house with a knife. Never carried a knife in my life, so how am I carrying this knife when I'm in a wheelchair? Nothing makes sense what he says. And I said, so when I went to his house with the knife officer, the so-called knife was supposed to, he said, well, there's nothing in here. I said, but that's what he's telling people. Yeah, but there's nothing here. There's nothing. He's not mentioned in it. So he's just made it up. Pie shop. Pie shop's made it up. Pie shop. Shelly pie shop. The unit's pressing the emergency radio buttons. Ideal. Yeah, he's fucking mental, and he's definitely mental. So he's in a fucking chemical factory. Who the fuck's idea was that to put him in a factory? Absolutely fucking balmy, and he balmy. There's another word for him. Timmy B. Yeah. So he's walking around with a plastic bag on the bus with books in. I'm a great author, he said. The bloke went, all right. He says, we don't get many authors many famous authors on here falling asleep on the bus, he said to him. Who's eating all the pie? Well, we know, don't we? Fucking Shirley. We all fucking knows that all the pies. Fucking hell. I went to go up there, went to get the only one. I was thinking the tin foil, the thing. I said, well, how the fuck can I get done for that? So I wasn't allowed to say the word tin foil because it gives him fear. Oh, she went because it reminds him. This is the Cockerill. This is hilarious. This one because it reminds him when he was on it years ago and he's come off it now. When you're reminding him of being on the heroin. I looked at her and she went, I know, well, I'm just saying that's what he's saying. So you really falling for all this shit. So that they're fucking doing now. They still done nothing. I got arrested on the 25th of February. And it's fucking July the 3rd now. But February, March, April, May, June, July. It's just coming up for 6 months. Nothing's happened. They can't keep me on bail much. They can't keep me on this, whatever it's fucking on much longer. They can't do it. It's an infringement of my privacy rights. I'm just going to sue the fucking ass off. How long do they keep me on the moment? I'm going to get off the daft cunts. They're going to look like complete fucking fools in the paper when they all use a laughing ear. So the whole public's going to be laughing at Cleveland Police. Arrested him for calling tinfoil. Went to his house, smashed his windows and pegged it down the street. Right, pegging it down the street. And then 2 days later, she went, oh, it wasn't Brian and Emma, it was someone else. But you said it, you've already done it. You've already got the screenshots. So you're putting that dual arm of distress out and trying to give us fear. But as soon as we say anything about you, you're on report the police because you can't stop phoning them. You're obsessed. You're like, I need to phone them. What can I phone the police on now? What can I phone the police on now? Please let me think of more pies. More pies. Piggy eyes. Fucking hell, she ate the wedding cake, all right. She fucking bet ours. Well, we had to go home, me and Emma, because he was going around our wedding and asking Tommy O's mum and all them for, they don't take coke. He's got your coke. And then Tommy was going to fucking punch him because he was fuming with him. Because he was saying it's Brian's day. He's asking stories about Lee Duffy and this one and that one. It's Brian and Emma. So we had to go home early, about 4 or 5 o'clock at our wedding because he ruined it because he was going to the toilet sniffing shit. There was kids there. At a wedding you get kids. So I got a bat a couple of months, well, about 4 months ago, I got a bat in the pub by the Travellers because he's in there sniffing coke while there's 14, 15-year-old kids in the toilet. And the lads come in, they had to wait. It was only 17, 18-year-olds, knocked him clean out. And that's why you're bad. It sucks, They won't let you in the pubs or nothing. And every pub you go in, you cause trouble. Every pub, you got chased off Baker up the high street. You got chased with Steve Mack chased you twice. You fucking shit yourself, ran off, shouting your mouth off, going to fight, I'm going to do this, going to do that. All you did is run. You're a coward. You've always been a coward, and you always will be. I always told you that. I said to you, stop shouting your mouth. You said, well, you say things like, yeah, because I can back my stuff up. If I'm going to say something about someone and somebody wants to meet me somewhere, I'll go and meet them. You won't. So keep that shut. If you can't back it up with these, keep that shut and just be a normal person. But you're not a normal person when you come into a world and you start saying to people like Irish Bull, I'm going to grape your 8-year-old daughter. that's when people think, you dirty, fucking disgusting animal, you vile, disgusting bastard. And that's why people can't stand you, because you threaten people's families. If you've got a problem with someone, you call them that problem, there's no problem with that. But when you start calling people's wives want to rape them and bum people's dogs and kill people and shoot people, but you can't do it, but you're doing that to give them dual arms fear and distress. I said to the copper, why is he not getting charged for what he's done to my wife? Why is he not getting charged for what he did Irish Bull? Why is he not getting charged for all the other people? Teddy Dicko's house got smashed up. He's never done nothing. He come to my house and asked Jamie to come in. You come to mine, raided the fucking house, come in with a warrant sheet, took all my devices, 7 devices. You've had them nearly 5.5 months now. You've had them. Found nothing still, and you're still carrying it on. You fucking scumbag, fucking creepy little cunts. And that's what use a bumming in Cleveland Place. That's what it could be. We don't use it like that. We could be one of you a bumming him. That's what I think it could be. He's got into bed with one years in a project, but ended up bumming one years, and that's what he's got over you. He's got over you leverage, any Cleveland Place. I wouldn't put out anything past you fuckers. Look what he did with Teddy Dicko's son. Covered a fucking attempted murder and rape of his fucking son up for 30 years, and it all come out in the end. Kept going back, Teddy, it all come out. You, Cleveland Police, covered it up, called him Sykes. He was a known, and the cop had already interviewed him twice about other young kids that he'd been supposed to have sexually abused, and he denied it. And then it all come out in the records. It always comes out the wash, like my mum and dad says. And this is what's happened with you, Boyle. I knew I'd have my day, and I'm going to milk it and milk it and milk it until you've got fuck all left. Because I'm going to leave you on your fucking knees, begging on the street. You're going to be in the end. What you've done to my wife, what you've done to my family. And Mia Khan, yeah, that's the boxer. Yeah, Mia Khan was really good, but he just didn't have the chin. And somebody said, "Oh, he's out because somebody offered him out." I remember being, I remember the lads where he's from. He said, "Oh, like Mia Khan, the lads come out to fight him." But the lads will come out fighting, have knives and stuff. So Mia Khan's not going to have a fight. You're not going to go up fighting for, say, £10 million. Go and put some fucking divvy who's fucking a smackhead, pinched his car. He just went, "You can have the car, I'm not bothered." He phoned the police, he phoned the insurance, he got his money back. Why would it protect Mike Tyson? He wouldn't go and back someone in the street, pinch his car. Arnold Schwarzenegger, they get celebrities, so Sylvester Stallone, they wouldn't do it. They just phone the police, phone what they're entitled to, phone the insurance company and just get there. Why would they go and beat somebody up for stealing their car when it's minuscule to them? They just get jumping and rent another car for the day or go and buy another car and then report it. That was it. And they went, "Oh, he's a grass." No, he's not a fucking grass. He's a professional boxer. Right? They've been in trouble in his fucking life. He's not a villain. He's entitled to phone the police. That's what they pay the tax for, normal people. But when you're a villain like me, that's why I don't go to the police. But you're entitled to go to the police when people are threatening to fucking kill your wife. You're entitled to go to the police when people are threatening to saying all these things about you, and it's all untrue. But they're trying to put that stigma out there. But the great public know he's a fucking crank. They know he's a crank. Going to the police. I mean, who do you know who's been arrested ever in history for saying tinfoil? I've never heard it in my life. I've told people, solicitors, barristers from all over, and no, I'm telling you, that's what I'm charged for. Call them tinfoil because I give him due in fear of his life because he said, "I'll come to your house and I'll burn your house down. I'll come to your house and I'll rape your wife." So I said, "You come to my fucking house with any violence whatsoever, I will portray the worst violence on you if you come to my house, which I have the right." Like the British fucking public has the right to stand up for themselves. You have the right, fundamental right to speak up for yourself. And the Englishman, even though I'm Scottish, an Englishman owns his castle, and you have the right to defend your castle, defend your family, and defend yourself and your property. So that's what I did. And I told them that. And people, "Well, who's the biggest gang in the world you've got?" I said, "The Lord Jesus Christ and his angels and all the public." That's who's my biggest gang. Isn't it your gangster friends and your IRA friends? I said, "Only IRA lads." I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I talked to a lad his granddad was in the IRA, which is Carl. I know you're going to come in the next question, but he never said anything. All he did is told him, watch what you're doing, because if you go to the island with drugs, which you're doing, you're putting yourself at risk and your family, because these people will just fucking shoot you." What do you mean? If you told Carl this went, Carl didn't have to be told this. These people have seen it from Ireland. Now, do with Carl. The Irish people have already seen it from fucking Ireland before I even spoke to Carl. And they've seen him laughing at children being raped. And they've seen him thinking it's funny that Paul Sykes was sex with 13, 14, 15-year-old kids. So they don't want to do the book with him now, because apparently there was a paramilitary person going to do a book with him. But now they've found out, they've been warned what he is. And they've had a look at the videos, because they're all there on the video. They're all there on the internet to see. And these people, you know how powerful they are. They're fucking clever. Yeah, so, and he's been found out wanting now. So the Irish people have told him, come back to Ireland, you're going to get 4 bullets in the fucking head. That was the message he was told the police. So I think they're serious. I think they're on about seriously, they're doing you in. And I think these type of people, you need to keep that stupid mouth shut, bragging and going on buses and wherever you go. And these people will find you in 2 minutes. And that'll be the end of you. Bang, bang, you're gone like a fucking bag of shite. Because these people don't care. They're not me, but I wouldn't do anything like that. I'd rather punch your fucking skull in the street if I bumped into you. If you attacked me, I'd be able to defend myself. Because you're a shithouse. 91k. Mia Khan got 91k. Is that what he got for us? I thought it was 9.1k. I thought it was so many £1 million number. I think the other one got more money, didn't he? Still fucking multi-millionaires, aren't they? Exactly. And he's probably getting more money off that television program he's fucking doing. The Cans or something. Right, Dryden's will end up in the Tyne. Or the Tees River. Yeah, Kawasaki was a better fighter than the both of them, yeah. Masterpiece. He was a brilliant fighter, Kawasaki. Absolutely fucking brilliant. I think he's the best one, if not the best fighter we've ever had, Kawasaki. And Alenzo, his dad's fucking brilliant fighter. Froch was great, but Kawasaki was great as well. Both brilliant fighters. He just didn't give in, did he? Fucking Kawasaki just kept coming. Lovely there, gentleman as well. Lovely man. Steve Collins was a great boxer as well. A really good boxer. Really tough bloke. I like the American, what do you call him, who fought Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Him in his prime was fucking, if not the best, if one of the best that ever lived. Really good. Fucking time and everything, fucking phenomenal hand speed. Power and speed, movement, head movement, feet movement, every single attribute you need, he had it all. Pure gift. Yeah, so I think I'm going to jump off in a minute. Besides killing me, I've had no meds for fucking 8 days. I'm still fucking talking. I'm just having a laugh with you. It keeps me going when I'm talking to you a lot, and it keeps us a good laugh. So I might keep that tinfoil and raffle it. Raffle it for the charity. The tinfoil charity. Fucking scumbag, eh? Imagine. Our response, Brian, put the tinfoil down. Put the tinfoil down. Okay, officer, I'm putting the tinfoil down now. Put the tinfoil down. Put the tinfoil down. Put it out. Throw your tinfoil. Sat there, I have thrown a bit of tinfoil out the window. Fucking hell. Is there another? Wait a minute. I've got a bit off a Kit Kat here. There's a bit more tinfoil off a set. He's a bit off a fucking off a Twix. Fucking hell. Fucking bam me in it. Throw the tinfoil. Little bits of tinfoil all over the garden. There's a bit of our lasses cigarettes here somewhere, officer. Yeah. You've been arrested for 26 different types of tinfoil found in your house as a weapon. A weapon of mass destruction. Fucking hell. Can't stop laughing. Please put down the tinfoil, Brian. Put down the tinfoil. It's not worth it. It's not worth dying for. Put down the tinfoil. You need to put it down. We'll open fire. You won't get through that. You won't get, the bullets won't get through there. Look, I can put that on me. It's going to bounce off them. Look, fucking hell. I think it was kryptonite or something that the way they're going on. Put down the tinfoil, for fuck's sake. They come in, fucking armed response. They never had the guns out, but they had them on them. There was an armed response at the bottom. There was the one at the top, the other armed response, the little car. And there was 2 vehicles out here and one at the side. Because people didn't realise when they come, because the sensors, the fest bands went. So that fest band has followed that and it stopped. And then the other one's come that's followed that one again, the one in front, because these move forward. So there's 2 vans on my front, you can only hear, but if you hear, listen, you hear bump, all the doors shutting. So there's more than like 2 people. So there's 4 on the one, 4 on the other, and then was, I don't know, the other van. And I come out and said, I'll get in the fucking back of the car. The car walk. I said they made me walk the plank. I think I was thinking it was fucking the Pirates of the Caribbean walk the fucking plank. Going to be, if this goes to court, because we're suing them, we've already got the go ahead. I think it's disgusting. The councillor, the mayor, 2 mayors we've talked to, people from Parliament, administration part, We've talked to ex-MP, and we've talked to another MP who's the MP for England with Barry. Absolutely disgusted in the police, he said. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Not turning up for a woman on her own with a vulnerable, my brother's vulnerable, I'm vulnerable as well on the wall because of my condition. And the cop will come out and said, well, they should have known because it's on the wall when you went in last time, when he come out with all the shit about you're going to get charged by the CPS because it's gone to the CPS and now you're going to be charged. That's what he just said. Said that again the other day. It's gone to the CPS, you're getting arrested any day. But I've been arrested, you fucking moron. So what they do, they gather evidence. How long does it take them to gather evidence for saying that? They said it was for 6 days trolling. So if I've done 6 days, how long does it take to look at 6 pages, 6 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? So 6 days, it doesn't take 5.5 months, is it, to do that? So they haven't got nothing, they've got jack shit. And that's why I'm not getting charged. And even if you do, I hope to fucking God, I hope to God you take me to court, then I can put my version across and went to the jury, seen this. And then we've got 9,000 screenshots. I threatened to burn the house down, threatened the killers. We've got all the screenshots from Simon Ambler where he's saying, go to his house and offer him out for a fight. He said, I haven't got his number. He said, here's his number, here's his name, here's where he lives, here's his address. He said, that's his car. They'll be in at this time and plan it all out to get me fucking beat up off someone who was 6'4" and 20 odd stone while I was in a wheelchair. But the lad found out the truth and come forward and told us and sent us the messages and did a video. If you look on it, you'll see he talks about the miners' strikes. That was Simon trying to get him to beat me up while I was fucking poorly in a wheelchair. I was in a wheelchair, but I've got a hospital bed there still, £5,000 hospital bed where it moves all the and brand new and plastic had come. And that bastard was torturing me, going, what are you going to do when we rape Emma? You won't be able to move, you big stupid daft old cunt. You're paralysed now, you're crippled for the rest of your life. Nah, you're retard, you fucking monk, you're just like your brother Bobby, a monk, a retard. All these things he was calling me. I was sat there, like, the inside fucking rage, I thought. And then God was saying, you'll get your vengeance, don't worry, because what goes around comes around, and it's come right round now. It's got you on it, you fucking scumbag. I'm still in the lovely house I lived in for 30 years nearly. You're now moved again in the 9th or 10th house in 12 years. And I've got all these lovely people on here. You've got no fans, you've got no fucking subscribers, you've got no books to do, you've got no documentaries, it's all been taken down. Amazon have finished for you, they're never going to work with you again. The Book World company said they're never going to work with you again. Clay's they're about taking you to court for using their company, pretending that you're in partnership with them when you're not. So you've used them to piggyback on top of them to pretend you're in with them. They're the oldest book company in the world in England, 400-year-old ago back. The ladies fume with you using that, using their name and their thingy, their paperwork, what they've got. And Warcry Publishing, Warcry Press, and companies, don't exist. So they're in shit with them. You've got the Inland Revenue on here. You've got the trading standards on here, selling books and creating pages just deliberately to get books off people and sell them and keep the money, which is called fraud and deception. So that's why you fucked off. That's why you've done one. You fucking shit yourself. You know these are all coming for you soon. And the doll's going to be on you with the £15,000 you claimed and pretended you got it off fucking Rob Brenton. You did get it off Rob Brenton, but Rob Brenton gave it to you for the books you sold, but you told the dole you got it to go around interviewing Tyson Fury. You give him £2,500. You give Ricky Hatton £2,500. You give Tony Bellew £2,500. Well, fucking shite, cuckoo shit. The man knew you were full of shit from the dole. It was the Northallerton dole had you, but you moved to Stokesley to hide, and then I caught you because then you claimed that Middlesbrough dole office. 2018 at the very end, I think it was about November time. I went with you. Went in there, you pretended that you were claiming you got that money because I said, why have you got £1,000 put in your wife's bank account for your dole money when you're claiming for your family and your wife's claiming family credit and she's working at the City Advice Bureau? That's why you got pulled in. And I went with you with Bobby, a little car, KIA, I think they're called, car, 1.3, I think it was, and Bobby gave him a lift. And I went in with you. There was 2 doormen there who knew me. Hey, big bro, you all right? I said, yeah, Sonny, all right. I've got a picture with us in there. I went to wait for 40 minutes and they come. And you pretended that you knew Tony Bellew and you knew the Furies, and you went down there and you said, well, I paid for the hotel for them and I paid them £2,500 for each interview. And it was just all made up. Cack, pure shit. The bloke looked at me and just knew you were telling lies. Because it's trained fucking, what do you call them? Fraud squad it was from the dole, had you in. So why don't you go to the police on that one and get me done? Why don't you? I'm saying you stole that money. And you went to the dog. Why don't you phone the police now and get me charged for making this up? Then if I'm making it up, we'll soon find out, because you know why you can't do it. Because I went in as a Mackenzie friend for you. Bobby's a witness, and also the two Dole people, the woman and the man, they were from Northallerton Dole. They had to come to the middle because you were claiming there, and they said, we've recorded this now because it's a fraudulent claim you've done, and by law you have to, if you have a change in circumstances of anything, somebody gives you £500 for your birthday or something, you have to let the Dole know. I've just been given £500 today just to let you know, because you're only allowed, so say £700 a month, just for talk's sake. And if it goes past that, then you're not allowed to claim that money. So you could go up and say, well, I've been given £1,000 from my mum for a present. You'd be okay, but you didn't declare any of it. And in the end, there was £3,000 off the Lee Duffy book, say in January, and then in February, and then every month after that, there was £1,000 put into Shirley's on the first or second of the month. Every month. Why don't you go to the police now and go and tell them I'm making this up on the internet about you, and have me done for dual harm, distress, and fear, and making lies and malicious communicating and slandering you? Why don't you go to the police now? Go on. I'm telling you, a cheat, a Dole cheat, a thief, and your wife was sitting in the advice bureau and watching me. She was claiming money on the Dole while she's working for you. She's a fucking scumbag, and she's threatening people to get people done with the Dole, and she's doing it herself. And then they turned around and said to you, well, why would you put it through your wife's bank account and not your own? You've changed it to your wife's. Oh, it's just, it was easier because I struggle with my mental health and things like that. And I said, well, if you've got mental health, why aren't you claiming? They're not fucking daft. Why aren't you claiming Dole for mental health? It's just everything he said, they had him fucked. But nothing's happened because obviously he's been wet with the cops. They've got him off, haven't they? Them fucking scumbags. But he was in, I'm not joking. The thing was, the recording that went, you pushed the button, went deep, and then went, my name is such and such. And I had to give my name and address and his name and address. And we all went round. Right, we're from the fraud squad, from the Dole, not there for what the fucking name they called it, but the Dole office. It's easy for you to understand. We're from there, and we found out you had a fraudulent claim because you haven't divulged the information. When you signed your declaration means your signature. You signed to divulge any information, any change of circumstances. So therefore, you broke that. Your Dole should have been stopped that day. You should have been charged. You should have been charged for that because you fraudulently had £15,000 given to you while you were working, and you were stood on a platform going, I've sold 7 books. That was the same week you were going, I've sold 7 books in the last year or so, and I've done 4 documentaries, and I've done 4 Kindles and audios. But you were claiming Dole. So if you were claiming Dole and you were selling them books, that's fraud because you're claiming Dole and selling the books. So you should have been done twice, but nothing seems to happen to you because you're a snitch. So if I'm lying about this, you know why are you fucked? Because it's on recording. The recorders, and they said to me, if you need to record Mr. Cockerill, anytime, just let us know, because I was your Mackenzie friend. I fucking looked after you and your wife, took you shopping and everything, helped you out. You were struggling with money. They were struggling for 2 months and they needed £500 to pay the mortgage. They were going to get the house took off them. So me and my wife went out and sold the books for the fucking scumbags. Went on the doors selling the fucking thingies to people who were on the internet because they didn't have a car. They couldn't get out. It was when the COVID was on. And we were getting people sending it, and we were sending it in the post to people and going around with fucking masks on and everything and fucking doing the books and give them the full fucking money so they could pay the mortgage. Because, we're £500 behind because of this. And I felt sorry for them because I really did. So we went and done that. And she's going, you're getting an extra £5. I said, yeah, because we're charging an extra £5 to sign it because we're going out, Shirley, with the petrol's costing 20, 30 quid a day. So we charge an extra, like, say, £5 for the book to get it signed, copy, and took to people's doors. Using the house, we're out from me and Emma's getting up at 6 and 7, 8 in the morning. I went out until 12 o'clock at night. Then I'm up all night signing fucking books for people while you sat in the house and we're paying you. You go around, they sat there eating fucking kebabs and parmesans, and me and her like exhausted. We've done it for a month to help them, and that's a fucking thanks you get. Just fucking greed, no matter what you do. He's making a fortune, him compared to us. £5 more. I was paying all the petrol, and we're all something to eat out there having fucking patty and chips and fish and chips and fucking shit food because it was quick food, like fucking a burger. I'll go to Kentucky because it was easier to do, so we could be out there on our feet. Or could you drop with the book off and boom straight over to fucking, say, Sunderland, do 4 books in Sunderland 5 or 6 in Newcastle, and it was like all the way to Newcastle, all the way back, and then we got Hartlepool for the day. So we'd had different regimes like Redcar, Lingdale, Loftus, Broughton, all them places, and we were doing that for over. I think it was maybe 2 months. I think we did it for to help you out to pay your mortgage for the 2 months when the COVID was out. You were struggling because you couldn't sell no books because you were struggling, and we helped you, and you done that to us. And Bobby took me in the car all over for fucking shopping and stuff. You never give us a penny. When we went to see Stephen Wraith on about to do the podcasts, he came there. Isaac Wilson's never had a penny. He went, "Oh, I've lost my card again." I thought, "Oh, here we go." And Steve Wraith went to me, exact same thing to me. He says, "Never once bought me a drink. Not even once bought me a sandwich." Stephen Wraith bought the sandwiches that day, and I got the drinks in. Well, we're supposed to have done Stephen Wraith's house, which he knows a load of fucking shit. Never been out the house for fucking. Never been out the house. How am I supposed to climb up drain pipe? No, that's where I am now. I must be fucking Superman. I must be flying down to Newcastle, climbing up drain pipes, putting black fucking tar on people's walls. How am I getting up these places, Jamie? How am I doing these things? I've only got this t-shirt. I'm not Superman underneath. Fucking hell, I could put the tinfoil on. That might make me get there. Superpowers. Fucking hell, he's absolutely deranged. So he's trying to blame me that I've been up to his house, which is never been up to the fucking house. I've been to the shop, the chemist twice. That's where I've been. Over about 10 out the house once, to twice shopping and twice to test there, twice to the chemist. Never been up to Newcastle, you fucking crank. Went nuts, 37 fights, 37 KOs. And he just makes shit up, stay. 30, he fucking. We are both blocked by some half-wit. Right, I'm going to shoot, guys. It's fucking hour and 40 minutes besides killing me. We'll have some wheat. My wife's making some nice chicken and stuff. So I'll do a bit of chest. I've been training good as I'm putting weight on, you can see. Gone blurry there, isn't it? That? Do you know that? It's me breathing on there, I think. You know, the breath. And there, look. Yeah, just me breathing. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for today. Don't forget to push the like buttons because it drives him fucking mental. We're getting something like 120, 130 likes every day. I think we've had something like 336 likes in 3 days. Obviously, been off yesterday. Emma did well, didn't she, with Eli yesterday? That was funny. Emma's funny, and she's not scared it out now. She was before. I've just got that. I've got her trained now. And then 100%. I'm out that fucking door like a shot. Like I said, if like C-Mac would have got here earlier, and fucks like what do you call the lads? Steve Shannon and them, they'd have been out and they'd have been into them, and I'd have been behind them. Obviously, I'm not as fast on my feet. I'd have been out, and once I got them on that floor, I'd have punched them 50 times in the face. I'd have pulverized every bone in the face off the cunt till I got hold of them. But they got the just comeuppance. They got fucking an eye. They won't be fucking throwing matches. They're like matches. Don't you touch because your legs get broke again. You fucking little scumbag. Oh, he's only 16 shouting in. Yeah, but he's fucking trying to burn me house down, trying to kill me fucking wife and me. Who gives a fuck? If you don't, you know the score when you're 16, 15, you want to play with matches and throw matches and try to kill people, you've got to take the consequences. You want to be the big fucking man, come up to the plate, stand up to the plate and be counted. But you couldn't fight me because you ran off. So as you see, the second time I got out, and you're up to us, I was out, I had the door ready and everything to get out. Me and Bobby were out, and you ran off. Dropped the firework, you fucking dropped the fucking smoke bomb, didn't you fucking little coward? Ran away like little shit out. That's what they do, don't they? They can't meet you face to face. They do these things because the cowards, like they wanted to Steve Wraith, disgusting. Doing it to people. Yeah. Walker's back in. Sam Walker's back in prison. I don't know who Sam Walker is. Johnny Jump. Man comes down to money, ultimate fighter. I'm happy to just see Benito versus Joshua. Oh, yeah, but look at it. They're only fighting once a fucking year, man. It's not boxing. One fight a year. It's a fucking joke. Absolute joke. Tyson was fighting every 6, 7, 8 weeks. Every fucking 6 weeks. Got £50 million, 20-year-old. In 1 year. Fucking phenomenal. Nobody will do what he did. Fighting every 6 weeks. It's fucking ridiculous. And he was recovering. It just shows you. It shows you how good it just shows you how much bottle he had, Tyson. Because when they're having 1 or 2 fights a year and they're fucking shitting themselves for fucking 6 months before they have a fight. They build themselves up for a fight. They only have one fight. It's not boxing. Fucking hell. I'll have a fight in a year's time. I'll have a fight in 2 years' time. Fuck off. If you're fit and ready, boom. I'd rather be out fighting every fucking other 6 weeks. If I had that capability to do it like he did, I'd rather do it. Tyson done. Right. Yep. Yeah, the boxing's just not the same as it used to be. No, fucking nowhere near. It's like everything is like a football, it's like Man U now. The guitar things coming in, it's like fuck, it's all about money. There'll be a fucking Super League in football soon, the Chinese Super League or something. So it's where it's going to be going to, where all the money goes. It's always China in it. China wiped us out. China have all the shit to us, and our infrastructure falls to fucking pieces because you're buying all the shit cars off them and all the fucking shit stuff. It's only a pound. You're not buying the British stuff, so all the people lose the factory jobs, all the people, chemical fucking boil, he'll lose his job. He won't last there. A couple of months and he'll get a good egg because he's a daft cunt. And there's big people on there who know me because I know people from that way. Quite a few travellers I know from that way. And I know the lad who's already contacted and told us that he's there. I know you're there, you daft cunt. You went for the interview the other week and you got your job and you did your first day today. Chemical Alley. Want some tinfoil, but I not get that up. I might get raided just now for the police. We'll have a good laugh tonight. It was great to see you all and talk to you all. Well, tinfoil, don't forget you got to be up in the morning. Stop texting shit all night long. Shirley, oh no, it's not Shirley. Or Beryl, is it? Was it Susan tonight? What do you call yourself tonight? I don't know. Is it Ethel? Betty? Susan? Right, 83 thumbs up. Come on, get your thumbs up before you go, guys. Push the like buttons. 85 on still. And I'll be back on tomorrow. It keeps the channel going good. And people see the like button. They think, oh, there must be a good channel. So you'll watch it. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's quite a few of you not subscribed. There's about 30% of you not subscribed to the channel. It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't cost you a penny. And it just helps the channel get more things. We need about another 5 people tonight, I think, to get to 34,400. So we're getting towards the 35,000 now. 89 on, 84. Thumbs up. Come on, push the like buttons. That means thumbs up for if you like the channel. 90, that's getting more people on than it's getting. Johnny Joe. Great kid, Steve Mac, great kid. All good people. Tommy. I've seen you, Tommy, there all night. I've seen your name, I've never used it. Good lad, Tommy Robinson. Stee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm sure, Brian, he's looked out. Some rat get dragged inside, hopefully. I'm sure boxers fight more than pros. The YouTube boxers fight more than, YouTube boxers, fucking hell. You talk shite, don't they? Yeah, rats. Someone watching for rats. Well, he's the biggest fucking rat walker, isn't he? Fucking gerbil. You see his fucking teeth. He's got no teeth. He's got a pizza box dancing with that. He's like that. There's not a fucking tooth in his head. If you go on Irish Bulls, you'll see he hasn't even got any teeth. Laughing at me because I've lost 2 teeth. You haven't got any teeth. Your teeth are the colour. Look, my teeth are white. Your teeth are piss-stained teeth. Like your wife's back, piss-stained yellow teeth. She's yellow back. Streak of piss, run down, streak of piss, yellow back. Yeah, cowardly bastards. Right, I'm going to go now. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Come on, get down. Like that. Getting better doing it. It's the one.